Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV. Liverpool have just drew 2-2 with Everton at Goodison, and you know what, mate, I'm fucked off. And like, I'm not going to rant because I don't really, like, I'm not one to rant unless I'm really fucking meaning it, and I've just let out every ounce of anger that I've just had in me on COP TV. So go and check that out if you want a bit more of an angrier version. But quite frankly, I don't have a problem with Everton. Let me just say that first. You know, yeah, was they aggressive? Yeah. Should have Pickford being sent off after 2 minutes? Fucking too right. He should have, the cheeky little T-Rex cunt. But you know what the mad thing about it is, mate? At the end of the day, the Merseyside derby is historically known for being a bit more vicious. And you know what, lads? It was good to see players flying in today from both teams. And you know, if I was an Evertonian, or if Liverpool were putting in them type of challenges on their players, I wouldn't be having a direct go at them. The only reason why Pickford has got away with that, by the way, is because the referees and the people checking them VAR is so incompetent. And not only that, Pickford is being looked at today as a hero. But if you take away the two biggest moments that was disallowed to VAR, Pickford was absolutely shit. So from that sense, I'd probably say Pickford was Everton's man of the match. And call me disrespectful because, listen, I am obviously lying, because Keane was amazing for Everton in defence. Mina was good and stuff like that. Offensively, they look sound. But be all and end all is the decisions that are made by them referees is fucking outrageous. It's fucking outrageous. And I am actually more angry about this game than what I was for the Villa 7-2. And that's the worst result, the worst performance that we've had in God knows how long. And that's coming from Liverpool fans who are 50 and 60. They said the worst performance they've ever seen was against Aston Villa. But guess what? I am 10, 20 times more angry. And I think other Liverpool fans can voice this with me about that, because that's bollocks. And you know what, yeah, here's where a bit of saltiness comes. I've just gave Everton the credit, but the fact that Everton can't beat us even with them decisions going against us, and the fact it's a 2-2 draw, it's madness. You know, first off, let me actually talk about the events of the game, because so much did happen. Obviously, the first 2 minutes, Sadio Mane gets a goal. Just after that, Virgil van Dijk comes in. Pickford absolutely takes him out, and it weren't an attempt for the ball. It was nothing like that. That should be absolutely given a red card, and that is absolutely fucking disgusting that it's not being given as a red card. And the reason why is because he's not had any ambition of getting that ball. And then not only have you took him out, which could or should really be a penalty, but the excuse for it not being a penalty is that it was offside. You have decided to completely ignore the fact that one of our players is just being taken out because it was offside. Fuck off. You can fuck right off. You should still check that, and you should be giving Jordan Pickford a red card. The fact it weren't even acknowledged any further than the offside is what's fucked me off, and it set the tempo for the game. Van Dijk comes off, Joe Gomez comes on, we lose concentration right after Van Dijk goes off. And I'm not saying that as an excuse, but I'm just basically saying levels did drop a little bit when Van Dijk went off. The leadership at the back kind of seemed to went. Everton scored from a corner. People are going to say what they want about Adrian and the mistake that he made. But listen, one thing we've got to realise now, mate, it's not Adrian's fault. We've realised he's not good enough. Like, he should save that. I agree with you. When you tell me that, believe me, I am with you. But he's just not good enough as a goalkeeper. It's not his fault that he's not good enough. But to be Liverpool's first choice, he's just not good enough. You could see all game, he was shitting himself. He was parrying balls away left, right and centre. He weren't... He looks like a Karius 2.0, shot of everything. No matter who he plays, he's going to have jelly hands and jelly fingers. And we should have went out and got Butland. We should have went out and got Subasic. That's when you've got to put a bit beyond Adrian. And I'm in no position to tell Jurgen what to do and not do, but we should have got a new goalkeeper. And I think that says a few volumes about that. Anyway, so it's 1-1. Goes into half-time. Still 11 men for Everton, which I still couldn't believe. Then the second half kicks off. Mo Salah with an absolute superb goal, mate. Absolutely gorgeous, sublime, great finish. Really is an underrated finish in Mo Salah, and people don't give him the respect. They just think he gets into the open positions and scores. No, mate, he's just a top finisher. That goal against Leeds was one example of it. That goal today was another example. Phenomenal. And then they get an equaliser again. Digne goes forward, gets the ball into DCL, who gets a great header. Believe me, I admired that header, even though I was watching as a Liverpool fan, and I saw it coming from 10 minutes before as well. The height and the reach that he got on that. Don't get me wrong, the defenders should really be staying tighter on him, Gomez and Matip. The fact that they've just left him to Robertson is absolutely outrageous, but there was nothing Adrian could do about that one. Then it's 2-2, And my live match reaction will be out tomorrow morning, and I am and the reason why I still upload my live match reactions when the game hasn't gone as well for Liverpool is because I'm not a pussy, and it's because I promise that I am going to deliver a live match reaction for every Premier League game this season, possibly the Champions League if that's what you want to see as well. But you'll see, I literally went in and celebrated with me ma. And it's the fact that VAR has took them moments off me for what was. Like, I am sick of talking about armpits and elbows, and Peter Crouch said it itself. When did the day end when the advantage weren't given to the attacker? Like, seriously. And it's just ridiculous because it's a pit. He's not offside. He's really not. First off, we 11 millimetres lose us the league, and then today you talk about Liverpool. How about Everton? How about Manchester United? Because that's what only some. This is not directed to all Everton fans. I'm sure you know that you did get a little bit fortunate today, and if you disagree with that, then I simply don't know how you have a conclusion on football, because it's like I said, it's not Everton's fault. It's no one else's fault but the referees, and Everton did what they had to do. They came out, they performed. Any positives that we can take out for Liverpool is that we've just gone to the top of the league team, regardless if it's after 5 games. We've just gone to the top of the league team and absolutely spanked their asses in terms of a performance. Not a scoreline, and that's what all that matters, but of a performance. Everton couldn't match us today. At times, to be fair, they did elevate a bit more, and you did see a much better Everton team than what we're used to seeing, but we were still the better team. Thiago, amazing. Fabinho, amazing. Henderson, absolutely fucking boss, and I am so devastated that that man did not get the winning goal that he absolutely categorically 100 million billion% deserved. I'm fucked off. I'm fuming. Football's going down the drain with this VAR, mate. And the fact that I'm on my bed by myself watching that game, and the absolute exuberance that comes through my body when that ball hits the net. Pickford should do much better, but I was just screaming, mate. Screaming of joy and excitement, and you've took that away from me because of what was what. Like, I never saw from any of them camera angles Mane being offside. Since the game's finished, which was like an hour ago, I haven't saw any further camera angles saying that Mane was offside. So the only thing I can put it down to is that Everton got lucky and Liverpool got very unlucky. And they got a point that they're very happy with. That's a point gain for them. That's 2 points lost for us. And I'm not disrespecting Everton people, the team, the manager is amazing. But we are still just that much better than yous. And not only are we just that much better than you, it was just evident today. So any Everton fans in the comments down below that want to have a go at me, by all means, absolutely go for it. Make up any excuses you want, but I really don't see my mind being changed and my mind being influenced on these things. Like I said, the Aston Villa game I could just laugh at. This one I wanted to punch someone's fucking head in. And I don't give a fuck if it's the Queen, Her Majesty, her fucking self. If she ever came to me and said Pickford shouldn't have been sent off in that game, she'd get a fucking punch to the jaw. I promise you, mate, I'd smack her so hard across her jaw, it would be unreal. And that's the Queen herself, and I will get locked away for life. But I don't give a fuck, because you are stupid if you think that's not a red card. I'm pretty much just waffling now, but going forward, the performance was good. That's one thing we've got to remember. The performance was sound. It's just the decisions went against us, and we got unlucky. It's 1 point out of our last 2 games. It's a win, loss, and a draw in our last 3. We just march forward and we keep playing like the way we did today. Mane, energy levels was so good. Unbelievable today. I edged Mane, my man of the match, but Salah had a shout. Thiago got given the actual man of the match. He was unreal today. To see that midfield for the first time as well was great to see. Full-backs was sound. It's just a defensive performance, which is, again, sound because Virgil van Dijk went off and it changed the whole thing of the play. So you can't really put too much on Gomez when he weren't even supposed to start this game. And he was still okay, like I said. But let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm sorry that this was a bit more of a downplay video, but to be honest, I don't really have the energy to try and be funny or to try and be fucking myself, because I am genuinely fucked off. And yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for supporting, and ta-da.